Here we go. Here we go, guys. I'm here. The audio was messing up. I'm back. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Welcome back to No Filter MMA. I am back with another live stream. Y'all, I will not be on this live stream for a long time. I just wanted to come in here and say something to the bandwagoners that are on this Ben Askren bandwagon. Now, y'all, he just announced that he is scheduled to fight Ben Askren. Ben Askren is scheduled to fight Damian Maia. I don't know how true this is. I have not seen this officially from Brett Okamoto or Ariel Hawani or Brandon Shaw. I haven't seen it official. Whoa, 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 whoa. The audio was messing up. I'm back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So apparently, Ben Askren has signed a fight deal to fight Damian Maia. Guys, well, as you guys for sure know, I am a Damian Maia fan. And I'm not a fan of Damian Maia just because I like the guy or because, it's cool to like Ben Askren or, anything like that. I'm not with it for that. I'm not even a fan of him because you barely even know anything about Damian Maia because he don't do a whole lot of media. Damian Maia ain't out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't out here on social media, he ain't out here doing all of this shit that you see a lot of these fighters doing. That ain't Damian Maia. I like Damian Maia because Damian Maia can get the job done. Now, in the latter half of his career, Damian Maia has lost a lot of fights on the feet. He has. He's lost a lot of a lot of fights to people who can outstrike him. Because that's a big weakness for Damian Maia is he's a grappler. I mean, he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu expert. To me, Damian Maia is the best grappler that I think that the UFC has ever seen. I think Damian Maia is the best grappler that the UFC has ever seen. So, for me, it's like for people to. I don't understand how people can see that Damian Maia is going to lose this fight. Like, I don't see how people think Damian Maia is going to lose to Ben Askren. Like, I understand Ben Askren he's a fan favorite. He's got a lot behind him. He's got a lot of clout. He's got a lot of momentum. He was the one championship champion. He was the Bellator champion. He was an Olympic wrestler. Great job, Ben Askren. He submitted Robbie Lawler. And, as controversial as that was, as controversial as that will be in the future, he submitted Robbie Lawler. It is what the fuck it is. I'm being real. I'm spitting facts. It is what it is. But when it comes to a fighter like Damian Maia, guys, I mean, there is levels to this. Like, I mean, there are levels to this grappling thing. And when it comes to a fighter like Damian Maia, when it comes to a matchup like Damian Maia versus Ben Askren, guys, questions arise. Questions fucking arise. And the biggest question that arose to me was, will you ever see somebody like Damian Maia? Unless Damian Maia fights well into his 40s, well into his old age. But Damian Maia is still relatively fresh. You know what I'm saying? So if can you imagine a scenario where not just Ben Askren, but anybody? Can you imagine a scenario where where Damian Maia gets submitted? Can you even imagine a scenario where Damian Maia gets submitted? Like, think about that. I'm gonna give y'all 10 seconds of silence. Starting now. I want y'all to really think. I want y'all to really, really, really think of a scenario where Ben Askren can submit Damian Maia, where anybody can submit Damian Maia, and go. La 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 da 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 boom boom. So, did you guys come up with any scenarios? Did you guys come up with any scenarios? I really didn't think so. So, yeah, I know what you're thinking. I know exactly. Ben can take him down. Stop, guys. Stop. Stop. Damian Maia can submit you from his back. Damian Maia can submit you on top. Damian Maia can also submit you on the feet. On the feet. On the fucking he submitted Lyman Good on the feet without even throwing a punch. Without even throwing a punch, y'all. I just, Ben Askren is a very good wrestler. Very, very good wrestler. But when it comes to the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu of Damian Maia, I don't see anyone in the UFC with better Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Maybe Mackenzie Dern. Maybe Mackenzie. I mean, let's look at legit grapplers. Cowboy Oliveira. Alex Oliveira. Let's see, Jillian Robertson. Mackenzie, even Mackenzie Dern. You know what I'm saying? Tatiana Suarez. When you look at legit, I'm talking legit grapplers, guys. It's hard to imagine anyone as good as Damian Maia. Damian Maia. Those people I just named. They have to fight their way to submissions. Damian Maia does too, but Damian Maia submits motherfuckers without even throwing a punch. And for that, barely even getting hit. So I just don't, and another thing that Damian Maia has, and if anybody comes on this video and tells me that I'm wrong, I swear to God, I'm gonna be so fucking mad. Damian Maia is a well-rounded fighter. Damian Maia has the ability to strike. He may not be the best at it, but if Damian Maia has to, he will strike with you. And Damian Maia throws a lot of fucking heat with that left hand that he throws. I'm telling you, there's power in the left hand of Damian Maia. There's fucking power in the left hand of Damian Maia. And if Ben Askren thinks that, he can't catch them hands by. Fighters who have fought Damian Maia have said, yo, for Damian Maia to be this Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu expert, this motherfucker hits hard. This motherfucker hits hard. And it's a fact. Damian Maia can crack you. He can crack you. And he's more well-rounded than Ben Askren. Now, wrestling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu are two different sports. I understand that. But I believe Damian Maia is so effective in what he does. His Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is so fucking effective. And he will squeeze the life out of you. He will squeeze the fucking life out of you. You know what I'm saying? And so will Ben Askren. But I see a lot of good scrambles. I see a lot of good transitions happening. I just see Damian Maia snatching them up. I just see Damian Maia snatching up the neck. I think it's going to be a neck choke. Some type of neck choke. Whether it's a head and arm choke. Whether it's a rear naked choke. Whether it's a guillotine. Something is going to happen. Whether it's a Darce. It's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen. You think Ben Askren is going to stand and strike with Damian Maia and get clipped up? No, he's not. He's not going to. But then again, this could turn into a very sloppy kickboxing match. It could. Because they both may be hesitant to go to the ground with the other one. But I doubt Damian Maia is hesitant to go to the ground with any fucking body. Anybody. I doubt that Damian Maia is. If I see any hesitation from anybody, I think it'll be from Ben Askren. I don't think because Ben Askren is facing a legit grappler in this fight. Now, he lost to Jorge Masvidal, and Jorge Masvidal was able to give Damian Maia trouble on the ground. He was able to stay out of harm's way when it comes to Damian Maia, but it was more of submission defense, grappling defense. There was no grappling offense. So Ben Askren better work on his defense, because I feel like if this fight goes to the ground, I feel like Ben Askren is going to be fighting to stay out of a submission. Because Damian Maia is a chain jiu-jitsu fighter, just like Jillian Robertson. Or excuse me, Jillian Robertson is a chain jiu-jitsu fighter, just like Damian Maia. If they miss something, if they miss this, they go to this. If they miss that, they go to that. They miss that. Women in combat sports, what is going on? What is up, my dear lady? What is going on? But I just don't see. I'm just talking about Damian Maia versus Ben Askren. I do not see Damian Maia being in any sort of trouble in this fight. Like, I just don't see him. I don't see Ben Askren being able to put. I just don't see him being able to put Damian Maia really in any type of trouble, because Damian Maia is the standard when it comes to grappling in the UFC. From, I mean, maybe in the past 5 or 6 years to now, as long as Damian Maia is in the UFC, he is the standard. When it comes to submissions, when it comes to grappling, when it comes to locking you the fuck up, when it comes to being in those dangerous spots, when it comes to submission defense, when it comes to learning how to, if you want to watch, if a fighter wants to watch submission defense, you know what I'm saying, to watch the position, what I'm trying to say, guys, is watch Damian Maia if you're looking for submission offense or submission defense. Because you can look at his fights and say, okay, how can I get out of this? Because he's going to put you in everything. Damian Maia is going to put you in everything. Now, I'm not saying Ben Askren is not a good grappler. He is a good grappler, but there's levels to that. Striking is one thing. Grappling is another thing, guys. We know it. And if you can become a well-rounded fighter in the UFC and have success being a well-rounded fighter, then you're at the top of the heap as far as the level of competition. And Damian Maia is at the top. And then Ben Askren is seeming like he's trying to either Damian Maia or he's trying to challenge Damian Maia to see who's... Dude, it's a huge mistake on Ben Askren's part. Ben Askren is coming into the UFC and fucking up. His biggest fuck up was thinking that he was going to run in and take Jorge Masvidal down. I'm sorry, but that was not happening. Jorge Masvidal is a fucking G, and he's too fucking smart for that shit. Period. But I just wanted to give all you Ben Askren simps out there, I just wanted to send a message to y'all and let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel like, just don't feel like, that Ben Askren is going to go in here and win this fight. Something crazy would have to happen for Ben Askren, 1, to KO Damian Maia, for 2, to submit Damian Maia. This fight, I don't feel, will go to the distance. This is not a go to distance fight. Somebody's getting choked out in this fight. Somebody's getting choked out. Period. And if I have to choose right now, it's Ben Askren. Ben Askren loses this fight, guys. He loses this fight. He can't stand and strike with Damian. And it's crazy to say he can't stand and strike with Damian Maia. But the fact of the matter is, he can't stand and strike with Damian Maia. It's so boring in WMMA land at the moment. Not much going on. We have to wait for Zhang versus Andrade. I know it's really not a lot going on in WMMA, women in combat sports, but it's just not a lot. But I'm sure it's gonna fire back up. WMMA will definitely fire back up. It's on a little hiatus at the moment. Men's MMA is what's the call right now. So, and I gotta cover it all, especially some shit like this right here. Especially some shit like this. This is wow. What's crazy to me is that, and I know Ben Askren, he wants to fight the best. He does. He wants to fight the best. And if he would have beat Jorge Masvidal, this would have catapulted Ben Askren to the top of the heat if he would have beat Jorge Masvidal. Because Jorge Masvidal probably has the most, maybe aside from Nate Diaz, he has the most momentum in the UFC right now. You know, there's a few others, but at this current moment, like in this current time, like this current couple of months span right now, Jorge Masvidal has the most momentum. So this, I mean, going into, I mean, if he can beat Damian Maia, then we have to attest to how great of a grappler that Ben Askren is. But guys, I just do not see it. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. I do not see it happening. But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about this fight. Drop those comments in the comment section, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that dislike button. And if you have not already, guys, hit the subscribe button. And one more thing, guys. Go follow No Filter MMA on Facebook. Go follow No Filter MMA on Twitter, guys. I try to stay on as much as I can. I'm not a big social media person, but go follow No Filter MMA. Guys, listen. No Filter MMA is here to take over. We are here to be I'm here to be the best. I'm here to bring y'all the best MMA channel out there. I'm coming from the ground up. Ain't nobody gave me shit. Nobody gave me shit. I started this channel from the ground up. From the ground up, guys. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate all the followers that I have. I appreciate everybody that comes out and watches my videos. I ain't throwing shade at nobody. I'm grateful for what I'm grateful for the followers I got. I'm grateful for the people who come in here and mix it up in the chat with your boy, because it is what it is. You could be watching a channel with 9,000-10,000 followers, but instead you guys come over and you watch No Filter MMA. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, guys, I was just wanting to comment on this Ben Askren. I mean, like I said, it's 3 of y'all in here right now. Hit that like button, y'all. Appreciate it. But guys, I just don't see a path to victory for Ben Askren. I mean, it's just like it's not there. Usually, sometimes you can see a path. Let's say Stipe versus DC. You know what I'm saying? For example, you can see a path to victory there. There's a path to victory for both fighters there. When you see fights like, let's see, Weili Zhang versus Jessica Andrade, there's a path to victory there for both fighters. There's rumors about Jose Aldo versus Henry Cejudo. There's paths to victory for either one of those guys. Korean Zombie versus Brian Ortega is being talked about. Path of victory for either one of those guys. This fight right here, there's no path to victory for Ben Askren. There's a lot of paths to victory for Damian Maia, but there's not a lot of paths to victory for Ben Askren. So I don't see it. Maybe you guys can tell me something, but as of right now, Ben Askren loses this fight. Damian Maia will be victorious in this fight. Damian Maia will finish this fight by submission. Because there's nobody that can submit Damian Maia. Nobody. And I just wanted to stake that claim. Nobody. I don't care how good you are. Nobody is the great benefactor. I don't know, BJ. What you mean, man? Tell me a path to victory for Ben Askren. The great benefactor, I need you to tell me a path to victory for Ben Askren. Think about it. Like I said earlier